It's another week where these two clowns try to entertain people.
Yeah.
I know, right? We'll be juggling when we come in, a big nose.
Hey,
Big
what do you
floppy
want to do?
shoes.
What do you want to do when this is all over? Maybe we'll join
Yeah.
the
I don't know, maybe join the circus or something. Have some fun.
Have some fun. There you go.
Anyway, that's a good looking shirt right there.
Yeah, I guess the perks of making them when I screw one up, I cut the sleeves off. I got myself a sleeveless shirt.
There you go. There you go. Good. Looks good. Looks good. You
Yeah.
sent over some samples, I guess you could call them.
I
Of a
did.
shirt
I
of a shirt that one of our previous guests wore.
Yes, Randy the Commish Gordon. Let's put that up there.
Yeah, there's Randy's where he was, and I got to take it off so you can see the shirt.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go on Facebook, Randy's Ringside, and then there it is.
There he is, looking good.
Yep. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate the promo.
There it is.
Looks good on white.
It does, it really does. We got a few different logos. Now you saw the one that I made for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that one there on the bottom says the podcast.
The podcast, yeah.
Right. But then there's ours that you and I have.
Yeah, we use the podcast one when we're giving them away as promos, because obviously you see your shirt, you don't know what round 14, it could be a gym, it could be a show, you don't know what it is.
Right.
So when we give them out to people, we put the podcast on them.
Right. And then we kind of did I did a little different style for Alex, which he'll be sending us pictures of his on sometime soon.
Oh, you know what? Shame on me. I should have downloaded that. Let me see if I can go back and find that one.
Oh, it's we can whatever. I mean, we can wait till.
Yeah, no. I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let me get this up here now. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm kind of.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll fill in the blanks here.
Jump in.
Okay. So, shout out to Maria. That would be Lady Colucci on Instagram. She sent me a message thanking me for the tickets for the Boxing Hall of Fame with a little side note that the note that I wrote to her was on the wrong type of letterhead. Well, again, I wrote Maria back because my notepad is a New York Jets notepad. Come to find out she's a Buffalo Bills fan. I'm like, well, I live 2.5 miles away. She's like, yeah, you wrote the note on the wrong letterhead. I'm like, oh,
That's
sorry,
funny.
Maria. But I told her this. I said, even though I'm only like 2.5 hours away from Buffalo and the Bills, and they practice just up the road at St. John Fisher College in Rochester, said I grew up a Jets fan. And I said, I told her, I said, I would say this story on air, and I'll make it very fast. One Christmas, I think I was 7 years old. Okay. My brother might have been like 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
Mom goes out and buys us NFL starter jackets. Remember the varsity jackets with the white sleeves? Okay. Yep. Well, she picks out black and gold because she thought she liked those colors for my brother. Well, black and gold would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. She picks out green and white for me. She's like, I thought those colors would look good on you. Okay. So, Mom, this is all your fault. This is nothing I have never told you before. This is every football season I go over and I say, this is your fault because I'm too
because ignorant. You like the colors.
Yeah. I'm too ignorant. I'm too stupid. I'm just too much. I'm too loyal of a person to change teams.
You know what? You just touched base on something that I preach all the time about. It drives me insane when I see people wearing merchandise of a team. I'm like, oh, you like whomever. No. I just like the colors. No, I like the logo. No, it went good with my sneakers, which, I guess all in all, it's a fashion statement. Okay, whatever. But the people that either jump around or they don't pledge their loyalty, that drives me even more crazy.
Yeah, the bandwagon fan. Now, I will say this. I mean, because you and I talked about this last time, because I had an LA hat on.
Yeah.
Now, I started out as a Mets fan, and then the Mets were, in the Dave Kingman years, were bad.
Not very good.
Not very good.
I remember them well.
And then I started really liking the Dodgers because the Dodgers had this rivalry against the Yankees, And somewhere between the Mets and the Dodgers, I became an Orioles fan in the early 70s. And I've always
quick story about the Orioles. You'll like this. My uncle, my mother's brother,
okay,
his father-in-law. So my aunt, my uncle's wife, her father. I know this is a stretch, guys, but
that's okay.
Is George Bamberger.
Oh,
who used to manage and play with the Orioles. He managed the Mets, actually.
I was going to say he did manage the Mets as well.
Yep. So I remember he brought me a baseball when I was young. I was like, I don't even know what I'm trying to think of how old I was. 7 or 8, I'm guessing. I really don't remember.
Okay.
But I mean, Eddie Murray and all Brooks Robinson. All the Orioles legends are on this baseball.
Yeah, well, now you just said 2 Hall of Famers.
Yep. I mean, so yeah, that I'm surprised I didn't go with the Baltimore Orioles, but no, I grew up a Mets fan, and yes, there's been plenty of dark years, but you stick with your team. It's a relationship, and every relationship you have good and bad. You have ebb and flow. You have things are awesome. You have things suck. You don't give up. That's just me.
No.
Yeah, I've been a fan of theirs since 1973. I've been a fan of the Giants since 1976.
Mm-hmm.
I will never follow enough. Now, there's a difference between following and rooting for separate.
Yeah. I
live 35 minutes from Tampa. When Tampa was in the Super Bowl with Tom Brady, I was rooting for Tampa.
Sure.
They were the home team. My Giants were long out of it, so I was rooting for Tampa. Big difference between that and now I'm getting rid of all my jerseys and stuff, and I'm buying new hats and
Well, you can certainly have compassion with me when I say there's been many seasons where I've wanted to burn jerseys.
Oh yeah, being a Jets fan, that's a whole kind of special. That's
yeah.
So
anyway,
you guys are clinging on to Joe Namath from 1969.
Yeah. Maria, to cut to the chase on this long, drawn-out story, it's my mom's fault. She knows it's her fault. I tell her every beginning of every football year, I said, you have put me through this punishment every year. She says, get a new team. I can't do that.
It's not that easy now. If you're this long,
I can't do that. I still wish I had that jacket to this day.
That's funny. Yeah, Maria, we thank you for your loyalty and you're always commenting and you enjoy the show.
Yeah.
And we truly appreciate you. We really do.
Absolutely.
And she has one of our shirts too. She chose a light blue color, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the other shirt that we're sending. We're going to start sending these out now whenever we have a guest. So as you can see, it says round 14, the podcast, which that still bothers me that I wrote the podcast.
Yeah,
it drives me crazy. But then over here on the sleeve,
it makes it sound important.
Yeah, round 14, the podcast.
We're not just a podcast.
Shows where you can find us. At round 14 podcast has a little Instagram, a little YouTube. Yep. So any of the newer guests are getting that shirt,
right?
And then when we get photos or whatever, we'll put them on, and hopefully we'll get some more soon.
Yeah, and if anybody's interested, they want to buy a shirt or whatever, just hit me up.
Or you could go to Philly and get the special Rocky Run sale that we'll be having. We're having T-shirts and hats up there. It'll be a special price for the run.
Yep.
So we might have to do a little something special for the run. That's a good price. It's fair, makes them happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you can't give up on your sports team. It's just like giving up on any relationship. You just don't do it. It's just the way it works.
No, absolutely. But it's still my mother's fault.
The sports will give you heartbreak. Sports will make you happy. You know, if you're a sports fan, regardless of the sport you follow,
Right.
you know, I follow pro baseball and pro football.
Yep.
I don't follow basketball, hockey. I don't care for either one of those. I follow a little bit of boxing, not too much as of late. You know, and then there's auto racing, and there's soccer, and there's tennis, and whatever you follow, you could be on the highest of highs when you're winning and doing well. And you know,
Oh yeah.
I've screamed like a little kid, jumped up and down, you know, when they won the Super Bowl or won the World Series, and
Sure.
you know, and then I've broken furniture. So you know,
Yeah.
it's literally.
I get it. I get it.
A really quick story about breaking furniture. It was the Giants season, and winning in, I forget what year, but if they won, they went in the playoffs, and they were playing good up to the end of the year. So I had this table next to the chair I was sitting in when I was watching the game, and it was a round top, and you know, like a pole, and then just you know, legs on the bottom. Anyway, long story short, they blew this big lead they had. I believe it was against the 49ers. They blew this big lead they had, and they lost the game. I give this old damn it and smash my hand down on the table. Well, the round table literally just snapped in half. Right? So I had one half, and then this was gone.
Nice.
So I'm just looking at it. I'm like, oh man, you know, really? So I left it there. I wasn't married. I was dating Gina at the time. You know, I'm an idiot, half bachelor, I guess you could say. So my dad comes over and he looks at the table. He goes, what happened to that? I go, Giants 49ers game. He goes, you got to buy better furniture. That was it.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, it was. But
Good
yeah,
point.
so you know, sports they get your emotions going. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, they do. You know, somebody once said to me before. Actually, it was my tattooist. I'm sitting in the chair, and he's doing whatever one I have, and he's a Green Bay Packers fan, and the Packers had just, I believe, as they lost it, they had that big lead, and they lost to Seattle in the playoffs. When Russell Wilson came back and the Seattle.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I was like in his office in his chair the next day, that week or whatever. I'm like Rob, come on, man. What and you know, Aaron Rodgers and the whole thing. And he's like, you know what? He goes, I stopped. He goes, yes, I get upset. Yes, I get disheartened.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, but I stopped letting it ruin my day.
Oh yeah. When you get old, like when I was younger,
yeah,
late teens, early 20s, even approaching early 30s, it was I wouldn't miss a game.
Yeah,
it would ruin my day, ruin my weekend, and
sure.
I mean, but yeah, as you get older, like you just like it sucks. It's disheartening, like you said. You know, it's hard, but you know, it's a game.
But the point, what he said after that, he goes, you know, here he goes, I am livid to no end. He goes, they blew this big lead, you know, and he goes, I'm all riled up and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, after the game ended, he goes, I'm watching, and both the teams come together and they're shaking hands and they're, you know, they're laughing and telling jokes and swapping jerseys. And he's like, they're making millions of dollars.
Yep.
And they're having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting home and I'm miserable.
So true. So true.
I'm like, yeah, good point. Good point.
So, well, we thought we would put together, talking about sports, we decided to do a little top 10 of the greatest sports films, our opinion. So Rick has his top 10. I have my top 10. Now, there is a little caveat. It does not include Rocky.
Right.
So we did that for a couple of reasons. We figured, obviously, we'd be very biased. one to 6. You know, half the top 10 would be 1 to 6.
Yeah.
You know, so it wouldn't be really
much left to talk about.
I know, right? But also, as Sly has mentioned numerous times, Rocky's a love story.
Right.
Tactically, not a sports film. Now, you go out and look at 99% of the sports surveys of the top 10 sports movies, top 100 sports movies, whatever. If Rocky's not number one, it's 2 or 3.
Absolutely.
Max.
Yeah.
The general fan, it's a boxing movie.
Sure.
So kind of get it, with that part. So anyway, so we made up a list, but here's the other thing. We didn't tell each other the list.
That's right.
So he doesn't know my top 10. I don't know his top 10. I do have 10 pictures that I downloaded having a feeling that this will be on both of our lists. Not all 10, of course.
No,
but I think a lot of them will be, on the list. So
I would agree. And basically we wanted to do this for the true reaction from each other and to show, emotion or whatever to you guys, so you could see how this is going to come down. So
yeah,
I'm ready when you are, buddy.
Yeah. So go ahead. If you're ready, start off with your number 10.
All right. I'm going to need these.
I take my contacts out when we do the show so I can see the
brother.
laptop.
I got my contacts in and I still need these damn things.
Oh God.
I'm going to, a couple of years, I'm going to need binoculars. Okay. Number 10. A League of Their Own.
Oh, really? Really? All right.
Okay.
It's not on my list. For
all right. Well, let me just say, I'm not going to make it so, but we were talking top 10. I got to 30 and I'm like, I got to stop and go to bed.
Oh, yeah. To be, I'm very honest. It was tough for me what I did for my top 10. I chose what sports movies, top 10 sports films, have I watched multiple times.
Yes.
I try to watch multiple times. Not try, but I won't go out of my way to, oh yeah, I saw that. If it's on, it's a remote dropper. So that's really where this list came from.
Absolutely.
Because there is a ton, when we're done with our list, there's a ton of movies I have here that could have easily made these lists. But it was just films that either we didn't, I didn't watch as often or didn't hit home as often.
Well, basically, in the same context as what you're saying is, if I have a list of these 30 movies and I can pick one,
yeah,
and I watch it, but then I have 29 left to pick.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where would I go?
So League of Their Own. Of course, everybody knows that Tom Hanks. There's No Crying in Baseball. You have Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, Gina Davis. It was directed by Penny Marshall.
Yeah.
Fantastic film. Film.
Based on true life experiences with the women's all-star national baseball, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
And they do have a room in Cooperstown, which is a baseball Hall of Fame, dedicated to them. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
See, now I would have expected that to be on your top 10. So that did surprise me right there.
Okay.
Not taking away from the film. But it surprised me it was on your top 10. All right. So my number 10, the only reason why this will shock anybody is because of the theme of the film. It's the movie Miracle.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the 1980 hockey team, that USA hockey team in the Olympics that beat Russia.
Great choice.
I'm not a hockey fan. That's why I said most people be like, really? You chose a hockey movie? But in 1980, trust me, the whole country was hockey fans.
Oh,
I remember it well. I remember it vividly. It was, of course, Al Michaels, Do You Believe in Miracles?
Mike Eruzione. Who doesn't know Mike Eruzione's name?
Jim Craig. All those guys. And the film, Kurt Russell does a really good job, and the kids do a good job who are portraying the hockey players. But it's good movie. That's my number 10.
Good choice.
So what we got? What we got on your number 9?
Okay. Jake Gyllenhaal, Southpaw.
Do you know I had it on my list and I actually took it off because another movie, when I was scrolling through like sports films, I was like, oh crap, I watch that one all the time. I got to put this one on there. Great choice.
I love Southpaw. you know, we were just talking about her last week. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank now. Karate Kid. They're talking about she might make an appearance in the
Oh,
last. She was in this.
no, I can't. No.
Yeah, you know. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I
you
can see it.
two senile idiots trying to figure out a girl's name. That's great. Oh my
CRS.
God. Why can't I think of
Anyhow,
her name?
yeah. Anyhow, they Jake Gyllenhaal, Forrest Whitaker. I'm telling you, that man is just an amazing.
Hilary Swank.
Thank you.
Had to find it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Forrest Whitaker is
that man can freaking another one. He can read the telephone book and I'll pay attention.
He is one of the people, though. I bet a lot of people don't know his name, unfortunately.
Right.
But have seen movies that he's been in, love the performance. Oh, that guy, he was so good. I mean, his filmography is like a who's who of decades of movies.
Yeah, it stands alone on its own.
But yeah, Southpaw, that was on the list literally up until about an hour ago.
Oh my God.
And then I was looking through there was a top 100 list I was looking at. I wanted to see. I'm like, did I miss something that I truly like a lot? And I didn't put it on there. And sure enough, it was something I saw on there that I love. It actually went to my number 4. Okay. That's how much I loved it. But I couldn't. I just, when you're trying to think of them off the top of your head, it's a little harder. But yeah, Southpaw deserves that. I'll give you that one.
All right, let's hear your number 9.
My number 9 is a golf movie. Tin Cup.
Oh my God, that was so close to being on my list. I love that movie. Kevin Costner, Cheech Marin,
when he's trying to help him. He's trying to help him swing. You need to get drunk.
Yeah,
handing him the tequila shots. And if you guys haven't seen it, I mean, that movie was made in 97, something like that, 96, 95. It's a great film. If you haven't seen it, it's about a good golfer, but he's kind of washed up and he's running a driving range, but he has the talent to go and win the U.S. Open. So it's a great film. I love it. That's one of those movies that if I flipping through, I see that I'll leave it on.
I love where the name of the movie came from.
Yeah. I know, right? It's like it could be any less golf related. Like,
I know. You know what? We won't tell you folks that, so that if you haven't seen it, you'll go watch it because it's worth the watch. Yeah. And then you'll be in the know of how they got the name of the movie. Because it's a funny story.
Tin Cup. It's better than Clank.
Yeah. Love it. Great choice, Tone. Great choice.
So so we got your number 8?
Yes.
Okay.
Invincible.
Oh, that wasn't close to being on my list. I've only seen it once.
Okay.
Great film, but I've only seen it one time.
Mark Wahlberg. And I'm drawing a blank on her. She's a talk show host now, or a game show host. She was also in Fred Claus, but Vince Papale, based on the true story of Vince Papale and how in the strike season in the NFL, they had the Philadelphia Eagles had walk-on tryouts, and one man, Vince Papale, made the team and became a legend in the Philadelphia area and the Eagles lore.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's got underdog written all over it. I mean, it's just the average.
It's Rocky and pads.
Yeah. I mean, the average, middle class guy who's just trying to make a living, but he's got physical talent and to make the team. I definitely agree with you on that one. Great film.
Yeah.
So we got 10, 9. So I'm on 8. Okay.
Yes.
This is my. I'll give I won't give a hint. Never mind.
No, go ahead, give me a hint.
I'll give a hint. I have the next 3 are baseball films, so let's put it that way. Okay. So this one here, though, is one of the most popular baseball films, and it's Field of Dreams.
Oh yeah,
that's my number 8. That's my number 8. So
wow, okay.
And I would like one of these years. I would love to go out there to see the field.
Wouldn't it be amazing?
That'd be awesome to see that out there.
Wouldn't it be? Oh my God.
But yeah, if you haven't, I mean, it's Kevin Costner. He hears voices to build a baseball stadium, builds a baseball field in his backyard, which is a farm. So it's a different, interesting story. It's not.
James Earl Jones is in it.
James Earl Jones is in it. Ray Liotta plays Shoeless Joe.
Yeah.
Burt Lancaster.
Oh,
Burt Lancaster's in it.
Burt Lancaster, yeah.
I mean, phenomenal film, classic film. There's no sports list that doesn't have that film on it.
Couldn't agree more.
Maybe not as deep as I have it, but it's on there.
Yeah. Yep.
So what do you got for number 7?
Another Hilary Swank movie.
Oh, I know you. Right, boxing.
Yes.
Yeah.
$1 million Baby.
$1 Million Baby. Oh,
I mean, you've got Clint Eastwood, Hilary Swank, and
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Come on. just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, agreed.
The ending of that movie gets me every time.
Yeah. No, I mean, great film. Great film. Clint Eastwood, man, he obviously, those that are our age or older, or maybe a little bit younger, you know of him from the Dirty Harry films and from, a bunch of other films that he was in. And obviously he's been around forever. I mean, he was doing
Every Which Way But Loose.
Spaghetti Westerns in the 60s and the 70s. Yeah. And then he did a couple of, comedy. He did Every Which Way But Loose with the orangutan. And then he did a string of Dirty Harry films.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, he acted up until, The Mule was what, 5 years ago?
Yeah, but he even did one after that. It was the one where, what the heck? I watched it recently. Damn it. The one with the rooster and the fighter. It was very close to making.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Very close to making my list, but
anyway, the reason I even brought him up is because, man, he has directed some ridiculously amazing films.
Yeah.
Ridiculously amazing films.
And he's what, 99?
I think so.
Yeah. And he's still going strong. I just saw a picture of him on Instagram not that long ago. He's out there pumping his own gas.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so he, that was made in 2005. He won Best Director Oscar. He won Best Picture Oscar for that film, and well-deserved. Great film. Good choice. So 10, 9, 8. So 7, my other baseball film, another Kevin Costner baseball film, Bull Durham.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Bull Durham is like a baseball player, a baseball guy's film. It shows the whole minor league system, shows how crazy it is. Like when they turn the sprinklers on because they want to rain out. You want to rain out? It's not supposed to rain tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sprinklers
it's
on.
A natural disaster.
When they meet up at the mound.
Yeah.
We don't know what to get for a wedding gift. He needs a rooster, the chicken, to take the hex off his glove.
Oh, Robert Wall. He was played like the assistant manager.
He played the assistant manager.
Candlesticks make a good.
Yes, it's good.
All right, guys, let's get to.
Like, and then the whole stadium's like, I wonder what they're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Great film.
Yeah, that's on my list. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me?
So we got 10, 9, 8, so 7. So you gave me 7. So you got to give me 6?
Yep.
Okay.
Your guy, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, Burt.
The Longest Yard. The original.
The original.
Not the remake. The original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the reasons I wore number 22 in all my sports.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that movie. I wasn't supposed to see it. I was rated R in the theater. Yeah. I saw him on the poster. It's like, who's this guy? Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I love it. I've seen the remake, Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I have big respect for Adam Sandler and all the gang that was in that
Yeah,
movie. but
no, I
there's
get it.
nothing like the original for me
Yeah,
on this one.
agreed. I mean, it was cool that Burt Reynolds was in it,
Yes,
and he
yes,
played the Nate Scarborough character. So
yeah,
I mean that was cool. I did like that
yeah.
in the
I did
remake.
like you brought him in.
But I agree with you 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So your longest yard was number 6, correct?
Yep.
Okay, number 6. So I got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, 6. My third baseball film. This isn't intentional either. Not like baseball is my favorite sport. The most loved baseball movie by all baseball players.
Yep. Major
League. I was writing a screenplay very long time ago, 20 years ago. And I was interviewing a lot of ball players here at spring training down here. A lot of big, guys, Derek Jeter, big names. And all of them, that was their number one movie.
No
Every
kidding.
single one of them. They
Love
that movie. Love that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's, you got Euchre announced just a bit outside.
Right. Tony, that was on my list. It was on actually my first list. And yeah, my first list. And yeah. Well,
all right. So what do you got? Number?
Tough.
So you just gave me number 6?
Yeah.
Did I just do 6? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got to hear your number 5.
Yep. Denzel Washington.
Get out of here.
I swear to God.
Is that really your number 5?
Yep. Remember the Titans.
That's my number 5.
All right. Yeah. We finally hit the jackpot.
We finally connected. That's my number 5.
Yeah. I mean, my God.
Oh,
what a great movie.
A fantastic movie. Movie. I mean, Denzel, obviously great actor, but the emotion in it, capturing the, the racial tension back in the 60s, a lot of civil rights stuff going on. Phenomenal movie. Love that movie. Love that movie. That's so funny. 1, 2, 3. That was my number 5. That's my number 5. I don't even have to cover it now. So I guess I'll give you my number 4.
Okay.
Another baseball film. The Sandlot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, come on.
How did I leave that off my list?
Any young kid that ever played baseball with their friends in the neighborhood can relate to The Sandlot.
Damn it. That was number 3 on my original list.
How many lists do you have?
I told you I had 30.
Oh my God, that's funny. All right, so that was number 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 4. But yeah, any young boy that played baseball, stickball in the neighborhood with a bunch of the neighborhood kids, they all met at the local sandlot or local field or whatever. Yeah. And you can relate to a lot of the stuff, like only having one ball. I mean, you didn't have. I'm sure they do now. These kids today probably bring a bag of balls. But back then you might have had 2, if you were lucky.
They were never white.
And most of the time, everybody had their own mitt, but every now and then you had to share.
Yeah.
No, they were never white. They were never white.
Yeah.
Oh man! But and then of course you got the James Earl Jones again in the baseball film. So I love that movie. Great movie.
It Squints and what was his name, Pork Chop or the catcher.
Yeah, I mean all the kids in there are, with the exception of exact nicknames, are kids that you can relate to when you grew up. There was the one kid that did this. There's the one kid, Killing Me Smalls. So, it's everybody can relate to it.
I have a T-shirt. I have a T-shirt where the kid on the catcher says, "You're killing me, Smalls."
Killing me, Smalls.
Yeah. I have a Sandlot baseball jersey.
Everybody
I can't believe I took it off my list. What a stunad.
Everybody knows that film. Love it. So
that was
God. 1, 2, 3. That was my number 4.
That's such a great.
So then you should be on number 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I am not happy with myself right now. I reserve the right to be wrong.
Yeah, but you had some good stuff on here that I didn't have. So
yeah, damn it.
So I said you can only choose so many.
Yeah. But you know what? That's the Sandlot is. I will watch that any time of day.
Oh yeah.
It's just one of those. I can't believe I did that. All right. So yeah, my number 4 was Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Okay.
Number 4. There we go.
Yeah.
If you build it, they will come.
Yes. Moonlight Graham.
Moonlight Graham. That's Burt Lancaster. It was awesome. Well, we won't need to talk about my number 3 film because my number 3 film you already mentioned.
Oh, okay.
That was my number 3.
I would have had to have figured that with Burt Reynolds being in it, it would have been higher up on your list.
Yeah, number 3. I love the practice in the films. I love the of course the game. You know, it's just a great film, fantastic film.
Yeah.
So that was
in the end when the guard is what was his name in the
the head guy Knauer.
Well, he has the gun.
Yeah.
What was Bert's name in the movie?
Crew. Paul Crew.
He was like Crew, and then the warden Jack.
The warden is Eddie Albert.
He's like, shoot him. And
he's just yelling, shoot that son of a bitch.
And he's just
I love when he takes the rifle and just turns to him and he goes game ball and like smashes the rifle into him.
Yep.
And then Bert's just coming back.
Yeah, you're just throwing the ball up in the air.
Stick this in your trophy case.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
Man.
That's why I think the original is definitely better.
Oh yeah. So what you got for number 3?
Oh,
Sorry, Rick's having a stroke, guys. I'm sorry.
The Natural.
Call 911.
Robert Redford.
Oh, number 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Natural. It's a
timeless.
natural.
Timeless.
I mean, look at the lineup. You got Robert Redford, Glenn Close, Robert Duvall.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, Kim Basinger.
Yep.
It's a phenomenal movie.
They, about a ball player, Roy Hobbs, who had an incident on a train. It was supposed to be the next biggest thing.
Yep.
Wound up taking time off, started playing in the Prairie Leagues, worked his way up to the majors, and you've all, whether you've seen the movie or not, you've all seen a commercial where the ball hits the lights in the sky, and it just blows up. That's from The Natural.
Yep. Fantastic.
Great feel-good movie that love it. Absolutely love it.
And that was your number 3 or 2?
That was my number 3.
3. Okay. So my number 2. How did I get ahead of you? Oh, because I had Longest Yard at 3. That's why.
Yeah. And we both had Remember the Titans at 5.
Yeah. So Longest Yard I had at 3. So my number 2 film, the boxing film.
Okay. Yeah.
Raging Bull. Love that movie. Movie. You got De Niro, you got Pesci.
Well, Tony, I'm going to give this to you when I come down to see you in Philly.
What is it? Oh, Raging Bull. Cool. Oh, wow.
It's a laser disc.
Oh, jeez. If you have the machine,
it's in your CD player.
You keep it. Yeah, I just love the film for the realism. It's about boxer Jake LaMotta and his brother. And it's just, directed by Scorsese. And it is about boxing. It's not, don't get me wrong. It's about him too, working out some of his demons. But great film.
Boy, he had some demons too.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was my number 2.
Okay.
What you got for number 2?
I have Bull Durham.
Bull Durham. Yes. Yes. Number 2. That should have been higher on my list. I agree.
I mean, yeah, it's like you said, it's a classic with with that cast of characters, and
great
it's
film.
Just
you lollygag in the infield. You lollygag in the outfield. What does that make?
Yeah.
Lollygaggers.
I know.
So stupid.
You
So
know,
that was your number 2, Bull Durham?
yeah.
I gave you my number 2, which is Raging Bull. My
Yep.
number 1 is the
Okay.
movie you just talked about.
No kidding.
Yeah. That's
All
my
right.
number 1 sports
Okay.
film. I love this film. Just
Yeah.
love it. Love it, love it, love it. Can't say enough about it.
Yeah, I remember when it came out. I was a senior in high school. I think in my 85.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was all the rage.
Yeah.
Robert Redford, just an amazing actor. You know, that is on my list of things to buy is a natural baseball jersey.
Oh, the jersey.
Yeah, I want the natural baseball jersey and hat.
It's just such a great, well-written story. Of course, well acted. And then it has the baseball team camaraderie in it with the joking around stuff. It's just fantastic film. I love it. That's
Yeah.
easily my number 1. So
Yep.
drum roll. What is your number 1?
Okay, many of you may not have heard of it,
Uh-oh.
but I will tell you. For Love of the Game.
Oh, Get Out. That's your number 1 film.
That is my
First
number.
of all, I almost put that on the list instead of Tin Cup.
Okay.
I came very close to doing that because, again, a lot of people don't know that film, but I love that movie. I love that movie. I almost put it on there and took out Tin Cup.
No kidding.
Nah, I'll just leave it.
You know, the common denominator with a lot of these movies is Kevin Costner's in a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Costner's in Tin Cup, Bull Durham, Field of Dreams.
Yep.
Love
of the Game.
Love of the Game.
Yeah, he's
he loves baseball, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, we could have gone so many different ways with this. I mean, like you said, you had 30. You remember the movie The Rookie, Dennis Quaid.
Oh yeah.
Friday Night Lights.
Well, let me just back you up for just a quick second on For Love of the Game. That to me is about as closest as a Rocky movie could be in another sport because it's a love story based around baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they set that up, you know, throw in the perfect game and the way, you know, they brought the past and the present, and to me, I will drop everything to watch For Love.
No, I agree. And I'm surprised. I mean, like you said, unfortunately, a lot of people probably don't know of it.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic movie. I love it.
Yeah. John Travolta's wife, I can't remember her name.
Yeah. Kelly Preston.
Yes. Who passed away just a few years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, again, amazing acting.
God, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but like you said, we could have gone so many films. There's so many other films. Like you said, The Mighty Ducks is one of them. Caddyshack, The Replacements with Keanu Reeves.
Right here, The Replacements.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fantastic
on my
movie.
original list.
Rudy, of course.
Rudy.
Hoosiers is probably on everybody's top 5.
Yeah.
You know, and I do like it. I'm not a big basketball fan. I do like the movie, though.
How about We Are Marshall?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that one. Yeah.
Here's 2 obscure ones that they were close because I will always watch them. Unnecessary Roughness.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Sinbad, Kathy Ireland, Scott Bakula.
Yeah.
I love your lookalike.
My lookalike.
Robert Loggia.
Oh,
Robert Loggia.
Yeah, I have to accept the fact I've gotten old.
No, you just, and then there I also had The Blind Side.
Oh, okay.
And I love Real Steel.
Didn't see that.
That's with
Real
Steel.
Isn't that with the robots? Robot fighting, robot boxers or something?
Yep.
Yeah, there's a ton of films. I mean, you can go. God, there's so many. I mean, remember Slapshot with Paul Newman?
Oh, yeah. That was filmed right here in Syracuse.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, right at the War Memorial.
Yeah, Slapshot with Paul Newman. You had Cool Runnings with
Oh yeah. Oh, the
John
Jamaican
Candy.
was that the Jamaican bobsled team, right?
Making bobsled team.
How about Radio? Did you ever watch Radio?
Radio with
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, there's so many to choose from. So many.
I had one I almost threw on there just. Oh wait. Before I get to that one, Trouble with the Curve with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, that's another good one. That's another really good one. Did he
Yeah.
direct that?
I think he did.
No, I gotta look that up.
How about Little Giants?
Oh my god, I used to love Little Giants. I used to love that film.
Yes. I had Big George Foreman and Cinderella Man.
Oh, Cinderella Man.
And then I almost went on a limb for this one just because I thought maybe, well.
Okay, Clint didn't direct that, just for what it's
Oh,
worth.
he just acted. I thought of Paradise Alley.
Technically.
Yeah,
Technically, yeah.
You know, it was about a wrestler, boxer.
Oh, that would have been another one I should have. The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, yes. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you got to see that. You got to see that. It's about a washed up wrestler who's kind of, his body's given up on him, and his world is just not like it was. When he was. It's almost like they took a Hulk Hogan type of character and showed him if Hulk didn't carry on to be successful.
Oh, okay.
And like he kind of hit the high note and then he came back down. And
but it's
amazingly acted by Mickey Rourke, and the love interest is Marissa Tomei.
Okay.
Fantastic film. But this, like you said, though, there's so many. There's so many films out there. I mean, that are good sports movies, and of course, most of them have that underlying theme, usually of love somewhere, or bettering themselves as a person. The star quarterback who's cocky and only thinks of him, and then develops the team and gets stuff. I mean, so it has the similar storylines, but yeah, man, good sports movie. What do you call it? Underdog, the Kurt Warner story.
Oh yeah. That was fantastic.
Amazing movie. And I knew the story, and it was a great film. I mean, fantastic movie. But yeah, you can sit there. We could just keep going all day long. Think of more films and more other.
Yeah, films. I mean,
this should have been on. That should have been on.
Yeah, Ali is a.
You know what is unfair to me?
It didn't keep my attention.
Yeah, see, with me, I'm really, really bad about films if I don't care for the actor in the lead. I don't care for Will Smith. This was long before his little Oscar debacle.
Oh,
I just never really cared for him. I can't really even explain why. It's just I don't care for him. We'll leave it at that. Not that I can't explain why. Like I just, I'm choosing not to. But he just irks me. I don't know what it is. So for me to watch a movie with him, I just couldn't do it.
Gotcha.
I couldn't do it. I was watching because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see how well it was done. And I probably got about 35 minutes in. I just kept getting aggravated. So I shut it off.
It just kind of dragged to me.
Did it?
I am a Will Smith fan. I loved him in Legend. And a few of his other movies as well. But I wanted to say that I could put it on the list, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep my attention to it. But Big George Foreman sure did.
That one did. I like that movie. That one did keep my attention. Yeah, it did. And there was some stuff that I, didn't know. I mean, not that I knew everything about George Foreman, but there were some things that I was like, oh, really? I didn't know that, and it was a good film. But again, and especially the films that are based on true stories, the Invincible film or Raging Bull, the movie The Rookie, Dennis Quaid, where the pitcher, a true story there. obviously it has a whole different feel to it when it has a true miracle about the hockey team. That's a whole different feel when it's a true story.
Right.
But
I just thought of one. I just thought of one that I hadn't. It wouldn't have been on the list, but it was a Disney Angels in the Outfield.
Oh yeah. Oh, with
Tony Danza,
Christopher Lloyd, and Tony Danza.
Yeah.
Yep. The little kid. Well, that's the other one too. Remember the other kid when he was a pitcher?
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
It's like I said, you could start. You could probably name 100 films
Easily.
You probably could name 100 films.
Years ago, I was trying to collect all the baseball movies. The Babe with John Goodman.
Yeah.
8 Men Out with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams, and yada yada yada, and it just. Oh, Tom Selleck.
Oh, Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball.
Yeah.
And then there was another one, Mr. 3000.
Yep.
I can't remember. Cedric the Entertainer, I think it was his name, played that role.
Tom Selleck used to go to the Tigers spring training all the time and play with them. And
I saw
good athlete.
I saw him taking batting practice.
Yeah.
Not on Instagram or
right,
whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and
cool.
He's a hell of an athlete.
Yeah, he played. I think he played pro volleyball for a little while. I don't really know how. Maybe we played college volleyball, not pro. I don't remember. But he's a big dude. He's 6'5", 6'4".
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he's up there.
Well, we touched on this before. Is when you see an actor be put into a sports movie.
Yeah.
And they
can't even throw the thing.
They're like, or their swing.
Yeah.
You watch 2 stars. Kevin Costner can pitch, and Kevin Costner was hitting high 80s, maybe touched into the 90s, low 90s. And Tom Selleck, who can swing a bat.
Yeah.
He can swing a bat. Oh, Charlie Sheen, I believe, was in the 90s pitching
when he was in Major League.
In Major League.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you have an athletic ability, you could be taught whatever.
Yeah.
Not to say that you could go from one pro league to another, but for a film, right. if this actor played college baseball and this movie's about a college football player, he's an athlete. He could transition and do. But then there's some people, they just want the look, and that person has no no athletic ability.
Right.
That's when you need good stunt doubles.
I can't believe I left Major League and The Sandlot off.
The Sandlot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baseball movies. I like. I mean, I think there's more baseball movies than any sports film, but you could just keep Brian's song. Remember Brian's song?
I was just going to say Brian's song.
Billy D. Williams and James Caan.
Yeah, Tony, it was just coming out of my mouth.
That was another one.
Yeah.
There's just so many. I mean, you could just keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll have to do another top 10 sometime. Those are fun.
Yeah. That was definitely a lot of fun. And it's amazing what you miss. Know it, but you miss it.
Yeah. Agreed.
When you're given this amount of room and you have to,
Well, that's the fun part about it, because I mean, I'm not going to say it's easy to make a list of 100. But you could throw it together.
A lot easier.
You could throw that 100 together and really just work on your top 10. Be like, oh yeah, I love this movie. This is my top 10. But when you have to make a top 10 only, that's where it's hard. That's where it's
difficult.
We'll think of another top 10. We always tell you guys to participate in the reindeer games, but you don't.
I know.
Okay. So leave a comment of what you want our top 10 list to be next. Instagram, message us, email us, message down below. What's the next top 10 list that we can do? I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now, but you guys bring something up. Rick and I will talk about it and we'll figure it out.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
All righty, my friend. Another good one.
Yeah.
Anything else? Did we miss anything? I don't think so.
I think we covered all the bases.
I think they're tired of us. We're coming up on an hour.
Yeah. Speaking of baseball, we've covered all the bases.
There you go. See, good segue.
Hey, look at it. I'm getting better at it.
All righty. Thanks for watching, everybody. Leave us the comments, good or bad or indifferent, and we'll see everybody next week.
Take care.